Hey guys, it's Alexa again, and you're watching Titanic. There are millions upon millions of different jobs out there, and a lot of times they don't pay all that well. From those that collect your golf balls to people who are paid to drink alcoholic beverages, these are jobs that we will all end up jealous of by the end of this, and may force us to switch our career paths. This is surprisingly high-paying jobs. Fortune cookie writer. You know when you go to an Asian restaurant and get a fortune cookie at the conclusion of your meal? Yeah, we all do, but what we never think about is that somebody has to write the fortunes contained inside. Someone gets paid to write all of those cute and sometimes cryptic little fortunes, and sometimes those who write them can make upwards of $53,000 per year. Some are contracted, but some are freelance and can earn around $50 per project. Amazing, right? Beer taster. Do you want to hear about a job where you don't have any formal education, just on-the-job training, where you get to drink a beer while on the clock? Of course you do. Beer tasters get to try beer after beer and give their feedback on the taste of those beers to ensure optimal quality. Where most jobs ban and frown upon drinking on the job, beer tasters get the freedom to drink and make money at the same time and can earn around $45,000 per year. We love our job now, but sign us up. Critic. So you think you like movies, Well, how would you like to watch movies, write reviews, and get paid for it? That's precisely what movie critics do, and depending on their experience and skill level, they can make some pretty darn good money. In fact, critics who are established make an average of $82,000 and at times get to have some pretty exciting and unique experiences like attending award shows and movie premieres. Sounds like a pretty fun way to earn a living, doesn't it? Nuclear energy work. If you can stand the pressure of working in a high-risk environment and are okay with an element of danger and the possibility of severe adverse effects that could come from where you work, this might be the job for you. You could do any number of things in a nuclear energy job environment, with the responsibilities ranging from the operational to the technical, and you could earn between $36,000 and $107,000 per year to fulfill those responsibilities. The pay range depends on a number of things, like experience and the level of risk you assume in your position. Butler. Do you feel like basically being someone's personal slave? Well, it's not that bad considering you do get paid pretty darn well, but still you answer to them and have to do whatever they say. If you can stand those things and are willing to go to a Butler Academy or Institute, you can earn some big money. It does all depend on who you work for, but pay for butlers typically ranges between $50,000 and $150,000 a year. That's not too bad, right? We may need to start considering butlery. Is that a word? Diving for golf balls. We almost guarantee that you didn't realize that this was somebody's actual job, but it totally makes sense when you think about it, doesn't it? When your ball goes into the water, did you just assume that it stays there forever? Well, it doesn't. Actually, it's retrieved relatively quickly by people whose job it is to dive in and get them. All you need to do this job is an open water certification and driver's license that's active. Of course, it depends on where you're doing the work, but you can find work with just those things in a lot of places. Golf ball divers make around $33,000 a year and, depending, can collect 4,000 balls a day. How awesome. Elevator mechanic. Of course, we know that somebody has to install elevators and make repairs when something happens to them. But did you know that it's typically someone specifically called an elevator mechanic that does so? For real, it's one of the highest paying trades in America too. You don't even need to go to college to get a job as an elevator mechanic. It's hard to get into, and you need to have at least a little skill or knowledge about mechanics, but other than that, you mostly get on-the-job training and receive whatever schooling you need through your job. The median annual wage of an elevator mechanic in 2017 was almost $80,000. Personal shopper. Do you love to shop? Do you want to make money while you do so rather than lose it by spending it on totally unnecessary things? Well, maybe you should look into being a personal shopper. You can definitely make great money doing so, and the more clients you have, as well as having lots of experience, can net you some pretty good pay. For smaller shops, personal shoppers typically pull in around $10 per hour. But personal shoppers at larger shops like Saks Fifth Avenue, for example, can make about $42,000 a year. Talk about finding a great deal. Gaming manager. This could be a fun and fulfilling job if you're an outgoing person with fantastic people skills and an excellent head for management. Gaming managers plan and coordinate various gaming operations in casinos, as well as talking with customers to ensure they're having a great time. They also have to manage lower-level employees and take charge because, well, they're in charge. You could get a degree in casino management, or you could go the route of mini gaming managers and just gain on-the-job experience and knowledge. And you could pull in the national average for gaming managers, $77,000. Doesn't sound so bad, does it? Fisherman. Do you love to fish? Do you crave adventure? Well, that's good, because the type of fishermen we're talking about aren't the ones you see sitting around on your local lake or out on the dock at the nearest pond. No, the fishermen we're talking about are the ones who hit the open seas aboard vessels specifically for fishing, no matter the weather or danger that presents itself. A lot of times, you only have to work part of the year to make the big money too. On average, if you're willing to sign on for a job like this, you could net, pun intended, about $42,000 a year. So get your inner thrill seeker on and start making some excellent money today. Crime scene cleaner. Hey, are you good at cleaning? Do you have a strong stomach and don't get too fazed by things like gore and guts? How about looking into crime scene cleaning? Because, you can make really good money doing it. Once the police or whoever is handling an investigation is done with the scene, they need someone to come in and clean it up and, well, get the whole mess sorted out. That's where cleaners come in. You'd have to be willing to work crazy hours, as crime isn't really a 9-to-5 thing, but if you can get past that, the money is probably worth it. Pay typically falls somewhere between $35,000 and $80,000, but could you do it? Plumber. Yeah, we know. Plumbers catch a lot of flack, and it's probably not the most appealing job in the world. You never hear kids say, "I want to be a plumber when I grow up." Well, you might if their father or grandfather or someone they look up to was or is a plumber. But what if we told you that plumbers actually make really good money? Would you be interested then? Seriously, the guys who work on your pipes and even your toilet can pull in about $55,000 a year in the US if they're experienced. Not too bad, Garbage collector. You wouldn't think that driving around in these noisy trucks and picking up people's trash would pay all that much, would you? Well, guess what? Sanitation workers are actually well paid, and depending on where they work, they could make more money than you do. For disposing of things people no longer need, the average pay for a garbage collector is $30,000 a year. But some garbage collectors in New York City make roughly $112,000. If we were guaranteed to make $112,000 a year for picking up trash, we would no longer be writing YouTube videos. Just saying. Psychic. Do you possess powers or supernatural abilities? Can you communicate with spirits, see the future, or read people's auras? If so, you may be able to make a pretty decent living using those talents, and all you have to do is put yourself out there and start finding business. According to the website simplyhired.com, psychic mediums make an average of about $50,000 a year. But we're guessing if you're a psychic, you probably already knew that. Sommelier. Do you have an interest? No. Do you have a love and a passion for wine that you'd love to be able to turn into a job that can support you and your family? Guess what? You're in luck. Sommeliers, on average, make about $30,000 a year. But with training and perseverance, you could become a master or advanced sommelier and really begin making some unbelievable money. Like $78,000 to $150,000. Unbelievable for working with wine. Sommeliers are usually employed by fine dining establishments that are responsible for wine storage, procurement, and giving advice on all kinds of wine to customers, as well as sharing their immense knowledge on the drink. Wino? Here's the perfect career for you. We didn't expect all of these jobs to pay as well as they do. We have one more job to go. But first, have any of these jobs surprised you in how much people earn while doing them? Do any of you work as any of these things? We'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Air traffic controller. So you know how thousands upon thousands of airplanes and various other airborne vehicles take off and land at airports every single day? Those responsible for making sure things run smoothly don't even need to go to school to get the job. In fact, you just need some impressive communication skills, the ability to multitask really, really well, and fantastic attention to detail. These folks make sure planes take off and land A-OK and guide pilots to and from runways with their planes full of, at times, hundreds of people at once. Kind of scary to know they don't need any formal training for this, isn't it? Anyway, the average annual salary for someone working in air traffic control in 2018 is $140,000. So not only do they not need any real schooling, they get paid extremely well. It looks like we've all found our new calling. Catch you on the flip side. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like. You should also subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on any of our awesome, informative videos, and enjoy this next video that we handpicked just for you.